Just a few more days and it is the end of 2019 and the start of 2020. And not only is it the start of a new year, it's also the start of a new decade. So that made me think that this would be the perfect time to do an end of year review, to kind of check in and see how 2019 went, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, so that I can also set myself up to plan for the next year going forward. Doing some reflection is always good because it helps you to kind of get out of that everyday hustle and bustle and just take some time to really reflect on how your life is going, which things you maybe want to change about your life, and also just taking some time to appreciate all the wonderful things that you love about your life. So this video will also just be a kind of a big life update on my part that I want to share with you and kind of include you into my life a little bit more. And I'm also going to talk about the things I struggled with, the things I went really well, and also the decisions that I want to make in 2020. And I'm going to use 5 guiding questions to help me move through this review. And if you want, I will also post these questions in the description box so you can follow along with me if you like and recap and plan with me for 2020. If you're interested in starting the new year off right and perhaps making some changes to your life, improving your happiness, then be sure to subscribe because I've got some really cool stuff happening at the start of January that you are not going to want to miss. Alright, so I have my laptop right here and the first question is, what is your one word that describes 2019 the best? And I personally love this question, and I also want to invite you to maybe take some time to think about this for yourself and share in the comment section, if you're comfortable, what your one word or theme for 2019 would be. I think it's very interesting to kind of sum down a year into one word or theme and take some time to think about it. And for me, at least, 2019 was one of the craziest years. So much has happened, and I get that from a lot of people. A lot of people tell me that 2019 was kind of a big deal for them, both in negative ways and positive ways. And for me, it was like that as well. 2019 definitely was a crazy year for me, and so much has happened. So 2019 for me, in one word, I picked the word transformation because I truly feel that I transformed this year in many different ways. A lot of things changed, and also things changed in a way that certain things that lasted a couple of years up until 2019 kind of ended, and other things started that I think will influence the years and years to come. So I think this was a very important year, and I truly believe that a lot of ideas that I had about myself or about my life have transformed, luckily for the better. And so I picked the word transformation to describe 2019. And please share yours in the comment section down below. I can't wait to hear how your 2019 went, and especially that one word or theme. I would be very interested in hearing that. By the way, how do you like my Christmas tree for this year? I think it's so cute. I wasn't really feeling all that Christmassy this year so far. And then I found this guy and he was just so cute. It's a real plant and it smells amazing. And it was also super cheap, but I kind of just really liked it, and I thought, you know what? This will be my Christmas tree this year. All right, next question is, what were your wins in 2019? And I love this question. I always think it's good when you're reflecting to start with the positive things, things that you are proud of or grateful for, or just happy that they happened. And they don't have to be really big things or life-changing things. You don't have to write a book or run the marathon for things to count. It can be little things that maybe helped you grow and develop as a person, or maybe you kind of pushed yourself outside of your comfort zone this year. So no matter how your 2019 went, there's always going to be some things that happened that were really positive for you, and those would be your wins. And the first few wins for me will be about my channel. And I remember I started out this year with 17,000 subscribers. And right now, at the time that this video will go up, it'll likely be around 75,000 subscribers. And it's just crazy to me. I feel so grateful for it. I'm so happy with it. I feel like I really met my goals and then some. And I remember when I hit 10K or 10,000 subscribers and I did this. So really just thank you guys, and I'm really happy to keep growing the channel and see how many subscribers the channel can get next year. Even though subscribers are not like the main focus for me, it is still really nice to see your hard work pay off, I guess, and I'm really happy with it. Also, another win was that at the start of this year, I kind of gave the channel a makeover. So I chose new colors, new fonts, new look and feel for things. I also invested in new camera, new gear, new editing software, and I really tried to, to bump up the production value of my videos and my channel. And this is something that I am very happy with, the way that it looks now. I feel like it really represents what I want to say and do with this channel and with my message and with my conversation with you guys. So that's something that I am very happy with. Also, I want to take this opportunity to thank two of my good YouTube friends who really helped me out this year so much with the channel, and I couldn't have done it without them. They are Sarah from Abundantly Minimal and Ria from The Whole Happy Life. So if you're not subscribed to them yet, be sure to check out their channel. They have amazing videos and they have become good friends of mine. And of course, career-wise, this is the year that I decided to, take the leap and really work on Simple Happy Zen full-time. So I did the announcement video of that in May or June, I believe. And so it's been a while, but it's also still very new and fresh, and I'm so excited and grateful to be self-employed, working from home on something that I really love and cherish. And it's been such a roller coaster, but it's mostly ups. Also, one of the biggest wins for me was finishing and launching my first online course at the end of October this year. It was a really big project that I worked on for about 5 months, and it was a lot of, late nights and working lots of hours making and developing this course. And I'm really happy that it's finished and it's up and running and people are doing it. And it's crazy to me. I'll talk a little bit more about this course later in the video because I do think that it's the perfect time of year for something like this. Now, on a more personal level, one of the wins for me was that I was able to keep up my yoga schedule this week, or this year, I mean. And it was one of my goals, and I was able to achieve it, to do yoga at least 5 times a week, sometimes even more. Of course, sometimes I'm not feeling it, but most days I do some form of yoga, and that's something that I'm kind of proud of. One other win was something that kind of happened gradually, where I finally feel like my health is where I want it to be after my burnout. And my burnout was now 2.5 years ago, and I finally realized, okay, I finally feel like myself again. I feel like I have my health back, both mentally and physically, because my burnout had so much impact on how I felt every single day. So I'm really happy that I can now really with confidence say that I am recovered. Also, I know that I asked you guys to share your one word for 2019 in the comments, but I would also love it if you guys could share some of your wins in 2019 in the comment section, so we can celebrate with each other our achievements and our wins and get some positivity going in 2020. So if you're comfortable, please share one of your wins or maybe even more in the comment section down below. Alright, so the next question is, what were your challenges in 2019? So these would be things that just didn't go your way, anything you found difficult this year, maybe challenges that you faced or struggles that you had, anything like that. And this is not to beat yourself up about anything that happened, or maybe goals that you didn't reach, or telling yourself that you failed, engaging in negative self-talk. It's really about a learning experience, just from an objective standpoint. See what were your challenges in 2019 and how can you maybe improve or develop new strategies to deal with things in a better way next year. And even though many wonderful things happened this year, and it was such a good year for me in all aspects of my life, there were also some challenges that I faced and some struggles that I've had, especially at the start of 2019 and also now at the end, these last couple of months, ever since September probably. So first off, I know I mentioned some family stuff going on. I recently skipped a video, which is something that I hardly ever do. And I wrote a community post about it. Some family stuff was going on that made me unable to sit down and film that week. And I know that I haven't really elaborated on that yet, but basically what I meant at the start of this year was a very close relative of mine had a very sudden and unexpected heart attack, and luckily he's fine now, which is absolutely crazy. But at the time it was very scary. We were called up in the middle of the night. We had to rush to the hospital where he was being treated, and like I said, it was very unexpected. We didn't see it coming at all. It's a very healthy person, and he was also still very young, so it was just very crazy for all of us. The first few days we didn't know if he was gonna make it, and if so, like how would he come out of it? Would there be brain damage maybe? We didn't know anything, and luckily he made a full recovery, like really full recovery now. He's perfectly fine, and it's something that I'm so happy with and grateful for that this happened. Of course, not just me, also he himself and the rest of my family. But at the time, you know, it was very scary, and those first few weeks where we didn't know what was going on and how things would go were very challenging, obviously, for me. And then also the reason why I skipped uploading a video a couple of weeks ago and I made that community post about family stuff happening, it was about my mom. So my mom is very ill. She's been sick for a long time, over 10 years now. She has a lung disease, and her condition has kind of gradually, very slowly deteriorated, which is, you know, the way that it's supposed to go with that disease. It's progressive. But these last couple of months, her condition has suddenly deteriorated very fast, very quickly, a lot more quickly than we are used to. And this is happening probably since September, so that's why I've been struggling, of course. You know, it's very difficult when you love someone to see them struggle, and you don't want that for them, and there's not much that you can do to help or change. There's nothing you can change about it. It's just very sucky. That's just, you know, the only way I can describe it. It's hard to deal with for everyone, of course, mostly for her, but also for my father, for me, my brother, my sister, everyone who loves her. And, you know, it's just something that we have to deal with and try to go about it, you know, the best way possible. Right now we are waiting for an operation that she needs. So, and my mother is a very strong person, both physically and mentally. She's very strong, and I really admire how she's dealing with this. I remember when I was little, she used to sometimes take me with her when she went to the gym, and she was always so strong, and also she ran marathons and stuff like that. So it's weird to see her not really being able to do anything physical or anything much anymore. But like I said, she's very strong, and I do have confidence that when she does get this operation, she'll be fine, even though it's still quite a dangerous operation and there are risks involved. I don't know, I have faith that it'll work out. But, you know, let's take this opportunity right now and say that if and when this operation does occur, I might need to skip a video again, but I know that you guys will understand. And it was the same when I posted that community post. I really felt your love, even though you didn't really know what was going on, except for the fact that I mentioned that there was some family stuff. And even I got some emails from people or comments from people on my recent videos asking me if I was okay. So I guess the community post didn't reach out and reach all of you, which really moved me and made me also want to share this with you on the channel, because I know I don't usually get this personal on the channel, and I don't really share this side of my life with you. And I've been wanting to do it for a while. It's kind of scary, but I do feel like even though the community has grown the way it has, and it's now so many people, I still think that it's a very supportive community. I know you guys have my back, and it's just, you're also wonderful people, and it made me want to share, you know, a little bit more of myself with you. And this is something that of course, I'm struggling with. Okay, so that got a little heavy, and I took some time to gather myself, and now we can continue with the video. So I want to share one more challenge that I faced this year, and it was about achieving a nice work-life balance. And this was the year, like I said earlier, when I started working on Simple Happy Zen full-time. Before that, I also basically worked on it full time, but now it's also my only form of income because I'm self-employed and it's really turned into my business. And that's a big change. When you start a business, there's a lot of things that you haven't even considered that you have to do that kind of washes over you. It's very overwhelming at times. And I'm always thinking about YouTube. I'm always thinking about new projects, new courses, new ebooks, new worksheets, whatever I want to do for the channel. I want to improve my website, and I can name like 20 different projects, and I don't have time to do them all because I do everything by myself. So I need to take that into consideration. I need to take my own advice more seriously that I give others and I give on this channel. I do run my business on a minimalist style, which is something that I'm very happy about. I only focus on the most important things, and I do that well, I think. But something that I don't really do well is I don't take enough breaks, I don't take enough time off, and when I'm not working, I'm also often still thinking about YouTube. I'm still thinking about new videos or new projects, or I'm worried about some comment from someone or views that have been disappointing on a certain video. So these are things that I need to change. I'm gonna go into that a little bit more later in the video. All right, let's move on to the next question. And I really love this one, maybe the most important one if you ask me. It is, how did you take care of yourself in 2019? Personally, I know that I did not take enough time off. I only took off 1 week for the entire year, and that's not enough. You have to allow yourself to take breaks, even though you know that you are alone working in this business. And if you take a week off, that means that you either don't have a video, which means you lose income and lose views, and you guys might not see a video, which is something that I also don't like. Or you need to work extra hard the week before or the weeks before so that you can have time off and still have a video ready. And that is something challenging, but I did do it a couple of weeks ago and it felt really good, and I know I need to do it more. So that's something I'm going to change and I'm going to talk about later in the video. And one more thing, I didn't meditate enough this year. I don't know if you guys know this, maybe if you're a new subscriber you don't really know, but I also meditate. I have a meditation practice that I do just by myself. And I used to even make guided meditation videos on this channel. Lately I haven't done them so much more, but maybe if you guys like it, let me know. And I'm gonna start meditating more often again. It's just something when life is overwhelming on the business side and the personal side, my meditation practice is one of the first things to go. My yoga practice remains usually because I always know I'm gonna feel better when I do yoga. With meditation, it's not so much like instantly rewarding. I think that's why meditation practice is one of the first things to go when I feel busy or overwhelmed. And I know that I need to do that better. I want to do that better. And that's something that I just didn't really do enough in 2019. If you want to learn more about how to work on your goals and dreams in 2020 or your passion project, I have a video about creating a mindset for success that I think you're really gonna love. So I will link it here in this card. You can check it out if you want. And then the last question is about looking forward. So the question is, what do you want to change in 2020? And for me, one of the goals I set was take more time off, like I said earlier. And the goal is to take 1 week off every 3 months. So that is the goal. I know I need it. I know I can do it. And I know that I should just pencil that in. So that's what I did. I already scheduled the first one in February, where I know it's coming up. So I have enough time to plan out the content that I want to post in that video and already like pre-make it so that you guys won't know if I'm taking some time off. But that's one of my goals for 2020. Another goal is I need to start up my meditation practice again, and my goal is to do it at least 3 times a week. I think that's very manageable, and I do think it's very motivating to set this goal for myself. I know that I can do that, and I'm gonna feel better about it when I do. 2020 is also the year where I want to learn new things, and specifically I'm gonna invest in doing, I don't know, like a course or whatever in videography and photography. And like with many skills that I taught myself, it was the same with learning Japanese or learning to play piano. Learning to make videos was something that I taught myself, and I feel like I kind of tried to run before I was able to properly walk. So I don't really have enough insight into the basics yet. I don't really know how to work a camera better. I don't really know much about lenses. I don't know about all these things about photography and videography that I want to learn and I want to grow. And I do feel like I want to improve my videos more in 2020. And that's what I am going to invest in next year and I'm really excited about. And of course, I want to continue making new courses, new workbooks, new ebooks next year as well. For Simple Happy Zen, right now I only have the one online course, but I want to make more different ones, different topics. And I have 2 planned for next year, so that's also something that I'm going to be working on. And I'm really happy to share it with you once it's finished. The online course that's available right now is called In Love with Your Life, 20 Weeks to Simplify Your Life and Amplify Your Happiness. And I wanted to mention it in this video because I think the timing is perfect if you want to start off 2020 on the right foot to invest in yourself, your happiness, make some changes and simplify your life. And I think that In Love with Your Life can really help you out with that. It's a 20-week online program to simplify all big aspects of your life. And by doing that, you will also learn to create more of what you love. It covers many aspects of simplifying, such as daily routines, relationships, goals and commitments, simplifying your finances, your digital life, and even your diet. And it follows a very specific curriculum that takes you on a journey of self-discovery and helps you to make positive changes to your life. Included are all the tips that I've shared in my Simple Happy Zen videos, plus many new tips and strategies that I haven't shared anywhere else. So every week for 20 weeks, you will get access to a new lesson that includes audio files and guided worksheets. Also, there's an email from me. And these worksheets can be filled out by hand if you want to print them out, or you can also fill them digitally. And you will have access to the course materials for as long as you like. So even if you're really busy and you can't really do a lesson a week, you can self-pace. Or if something happens, life happens, makes you take a break, you can always return to it whenever you want. For more info about In Love with Your Life, there is a link in the description box and a top comment. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at courses@simplehappyzen.com. Thank you so much for being here and showing an interest in my life and watching this video all the way to the end, watching me talk about my year. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for all your support for this channel this year. I think it's absolutely amazing. And if you're watching this real time, I just want to say happy holidays, happy new year. I wish you the best and most beautiful 2020 you can even imagine. And please share your word for 2019 and also your wins for 2019 if you're comfortable with doing that in the comment section down below. And I'd love to connect with you down there. As always, please subscribe if you're not already. Like the video, that really helps me out. And I will see you next week as usual. Bye bye.